In this video, I'm going to show you how to create and change GL accounts in SAP S/4HANA. My name is Nuno Dias, and I have been working with SAP since 2001 with my main focus in financial area. I work as an SAP FICO contractor. If you want to reach me out for projects, please find my LinkedIn ID in the description of this video. If you are just reaching to this channel, its name is SAP at a glance, and the goal is to share SAP knowledge. Here, we are doing a full lifecycle implementation based in finance and controlling. So please subscribe this channel to receive the new fresh videos on a weekly basis. Now we are going to create a GL account in SAP S/4HANA. We are going to use a transaction code from the SAP GUI, but I would like to remind you that we are in a version of S/4HANA on-premise, which means that we can also use Fiori apps. There is a Fiori app for this, for doing exactly the same thing, but we will come back later for the Fiori apps once we finish the configuration of our company codes. And now, without any further ado, let's start. We are now in the system, and then we have our SAP menu open. We have this transaction codes in the level of chart of accounts for GL accounts and in the level of the company code. We are going to launch it from here, okay? Just wanted to show we are in the chart of accounts. YCOA is the one that we are have assigned to our company codes. So here I have the GL account number. Then we have the GL account type. This is slightly different from the previous version, because in the previous version we would have something for balance sheet account and a radon button for P&L accounts. But the transaction code KA01 to create cost elements does not exist in this system anymore. If I try to find it, finance controlling, and then we have cost element, master data, cost element, individual. Normally we would have here KA01, KA06, and then KA02 and 03, and 04 to delete. Now this doesn't exist anymore in S/4HANA. That's the big change for the P&L accounts. That's why when we create our chart of accounts, if you still remember, but I can show you again, when we create our chart of accounts, let's put the YCOA, we do not have the option, as I said, we used to have in the previous version here an option to say if I want to create a P&L account automatically or manually. So this doesn't exist anymore in SAP S/4HANA. So we need to stick with the new information, which is the GL account type has been extended. We have now the primary or costs revenues, secondary costs, because once we create is the same screen. We don't have a new screen anymore for this. And then if it's not expenses or incoming account and not balance sheet, we can put it there. In our case, I'm showing a PT cash accounts. Okay, we can see that the account group is this one, is the liquid funds, is the FEIN. We also have created our account groups in previous videos, so you can find the link in the description of this video if you want to watch it. So this is the one where we define the next screen, which is not here in company code level, what is mandatory or not, as I explained in that video. So I see here, I can see a group account number, but to have a group account number, normally we should have filled in our chart of accounts. We should have filled in here in our chart of accounts the consolidation group chart of accounts. We must have something there, otherwise it's going to go for error when we try to create something, some new account with that populated. But this is a test system, so we don't care much about this because I'm not going to implement the consolidation for this company code. Keywords is basically what is our the translation. So we have as a PT in first place because I think this was defined as PT in the configuration for this. Yes, PT. Okay, main language is PT was defined here in this system. So that's why we have it here as the first. And then maybe we can create here with just one account that does not exist. So let's see the number 3. We can make it as a template, and then I will copy for this one. And then the chart of accounts is Waco. Then enter that. I'm going to remove this because if I don't remove, we are going to have an error while we are trying to save. As I explained before, we don't have a group chart of accounts assigned to the chart of accounts in the configuration. If you are enjoying this video as me, I am doing this video, please make a like. And then we are going to save. It's saved, data is saved, but I can go again and edit. I just need to click here and I can go and see, like, for example, here I'm going to put V1 and here V1 just to be different, and then in English we can also see PT Cache V1 and V1. This is for the translation. Normally in the projects if we have many languages, there is a team for translation. They will take care of this part. And now we have created our chart of our new account in the chart of accounts. Now we go back and we could see in company code level or centrally. I like more this transaction centrally because it's showing me, let me click, it's showing me the type that we saw in the chart of accounts level. And then this tab is on the level of company code, and this tab is also on the level of company code. And there is it for the translation. So now what I can do, what I can see here is that I have this information, and then for the company codes, this is the currency is 0, and I have alternative accounts for PT Cache. I have an operational chart of accounts, which is this one. And then I have a local chart of accounts to report to the local authorities, which means I need to have this alternative chart of accounts for that report, alternative GL accounts, apologize, for that reporting, okay? But we are going to do our postings always in the operational chart of accounts. And then here it is the field status group, which is the case that we also defined already for our company code. We have created a field status group, you see. And then here this is when we said if is operational, if is mandatory, suppressed or not. There is a video when we did that. I'm also going to include this video in the description of this one. So if you haven't seen this video how to do it, please go and see that video. And now I want to show something else. Let's search for other accounts. That's we have the option to click their accounts by account type. I like to use this one. So then we go for the GL account, and let's see, I wanted to display just P&L accounts, primary costs and revenues. Now it's P&L accounts in the previous version. In the ECC, in the SAP ECC version, here is primary cost accounts. I want just to search for these accounts. And then the maximum int is was 500. I did not change it. And here I can see what are my accounts. I wanted just to click here and then to show that we have this is a primary cost account. This is the functional area. And then in the controlling, we see this is already different. It's tax VAT mandatory, okay? It's all, but we can post without. But if I post only input tax allowed, which means that taxes from vendors. If I have to put a tax code, it will accept only these ones. Normally, I can show this just quickly. All types allowed is never good to have it there, but we normally use only input or only output for the sales customers. And then I see the sort key, and then we can see that the field status group is already a different one from the previous one. Here we can see also the account groups that we have created previously. So there is also a video for that. I will put in the description on this in case you haven't seen yet. And now we are going to create our account as promised. This is my account. This is the main account, the bank main account. And then I wanted to create the number one exists. Yes, number one exists. So if we see here, we manage this as open item. The other one I was not managing as open item. And I can see here as I have the planning level for the treasury. This part is for the treasury that we have here. And now let's try the number 2 if it does exist. Yes, it exists. The number 3, no, this account does not exist for our company code. So when I create when we create a GL account, we don't create like with this option to create. We always create as a template. So then we are going to have all the information filled in, and we just need to change a few information. So G99, it's my company code. As you could see, by default, everything gets populated, and this is already gray, you see. I cannot change this anymore, but I can put here, this is the version 3, and I wanted to go to the transactions. You see, I've updated already there. I can go to the English, and then I can put here version 3 and version 3. And then I just need to control something else. It seems everything is fine. And I need just to click save. Data saved, so the account was saved for my company code. But please bear in mind, this account must exist in the chart of accounts. Otherwise, I would not be able to create it for my company code. And then we go back again. So we are out. Now we can go and change the account. I could go here FS00, or I can go to the transaction FS03 for display. And then inside I display my account, and I click there. It will be as for change, and I'll put just here number 4 and check. Number 4, okay, is already changed. It's grayed out this, but I did not update it for the English version. It's still V3. Okay, so depending on the language that we are making the update, then we need to bear in mind that if we are also seeing this in different languages, this must be updated. Now you know how to create and change a GL account in SAP S/4HANA. Please subscribe this channel to be the first to get the new fresh videos on a weekly basis. Thanks for watching this video as a part of full lifecycle implementation videos. You can find the next video in the description of this video. See you in the next video.